Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Good evening, welcome along, welcome back to, well, Gage, Kentucky tonight. There was a call put out that there was a big corn harvest to handle and all hands on deck. So here we are, jumping in at the big AF11 with whatever, what is this, like a 16 or 24 row corn head? It's massive. Harvesting some corn, which is not something I've done a huge amount of lately, so it's nice for a bit of a change. Jump in here and do this. But do you know what I'm most excited about tonight is finishing off the combine. It is almost done. I'm going to back up because I know I've missed a piece there. It's literally like so close, and I tested all the remote and everything out tonight, and I've got my phone set up so we can have a look at it once it is going. So that is going to be exciting. Quite keen to get this finished, and not so much see the back of it, but see it finished and have a play around with it. So yeah, that is the plan. We'll get into a little bit of harvesting soon, and then we'll carry on with the build and see how we go. But yeah, nice to have you all here. Welcome along. We've got Axelson, Mike, and is Steve here? I don't remember if he was or not. He was here earlier. He must have got disconnected. Scott, sorry, I said Steve. It's Scott. Sorry, Scott. I didn't think Steve sounded correct. But I couldn't see him on. Let's have a look this way. Oh, he is there. Scott is here. Here we go. Sorry, Scott. There we are. Now I think I should be able to open an auger out, and we might even have a grain cart running on auto drive, and if not, I think we've got a couple floating around that will come and unload us. So we'll see what happens. Well, welcome along, Garrett. Good to see you. Craig, good evening to you. Alan, good evening, mate. Welcome. Good to have you here. Pleasure to see you. Kiwi Gaming, good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Darren, hello, how you doing? Brady, good to have you here as well. Mrs. Prof, good evening to you. Artemis tomorrow, fingers crossed. Yeah, they're saying what? There's a 20% chance there might be a weather violation with clouds, but 80% chance that it's going to launch. So fingers crossed. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in a meeting and won't get to see it, which is a bit of a bummer, but there's plenty of replays, so we'll be able to catch up on that. But what's that, 37 months as a member? Thank you, Mrs. Prof. That's awesome. Appreciate you being here and being part of the team. G'day, Joe. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Sorry I couldn't jump into Smart Creators with you tonight. I thought I'd better do this. And I really want to get this finished off, so. Tam, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. It's been a while since you've been able to catch a live. It has been a while since I've seen you. And of course, good old YouTube's gone and changed people's names, so now you're Tam Smith 0508. Good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Hey, Chinook. Evening, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. I've been enjoying your ATS streams. I haven't been chatting them too much, but I've been lurking in the background, jumping in and out as things happen. Right, let's have a look. We've got auto drive running here beside us, I think. I should. Let's just jump into settings real quick. You're watching me on the TV? Alright. The kid's got one of the boys has got the stream on the TV. He's laughing. Alright, there we go. So that is AD. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying those, along with the flights. The flight sim's always good, but the ATS has been good too. One day we'll get that convoy up and running, I reckon. Be good fun. What's going on here, auto drive? You've misjudged the auger. And Mike's going to come and do the job properly. Play some tomorrow. Kids are ready. Yeah, I should be able to. Mrs. Argsy and Junior Argsy are off over to the Wider Rapid tomorrow, and I'm going down on Friday. So, we'll be free to do that. The Aussie PM is addressing the nation. You choose to be here. You'll watch the PM later. Thank you, Garrick. He's just probably telling you all how great he is by cancelling his trip to Turkey for Anzac Day, and how he's fully focused on solving the world's fuel crisis. That is a bummer, Mrs. Prof, but these things happen. Right, here we go. Let's see if we can turn that back on. Squeeze back a bit. See how good Mike is at driving along with us. Here we go, nailed it. Seasoned Pro. Fair enough. Got seat beats thing working. Have I ever been running for your life? Not for my life from a tractor at all, but I've had to get out of the way of one a couple of times. You've got an ATS server from your PC, so if you want to come drive, shoot your DM. There you go. Can't afford the jet fuel for that anyway. Yeah, so they've this weekend's the Warbirds over Wanaka, which is a every second year a big Warbirds event that they hold, obviously down in Wanaka in the South Island. And they went to have the F-22 Raptor display team and all of the New Zealand Air Force planes, all 10 of them were going to be displaying, but all the military aircraft that were going to be there, all the serving military aircraft that were going to be there, have pulled out. So it's just back to its roots being Warbirds, which will still be pretty cool. Hey Ben, how you doing? Morning, mate. Something I'd love to go down to the Warbirds over Wanaka. Have you ever been, Chinook? Bucket list for me. And the Wings over Wairarapa, which is sort of pared back version, but that was still, gosh, it must be 10 years ago I went. In fact, my oldest was probably only 2. It would be at least 10 years. Crikey. I want to say actually it was 2016, but who knows. Kind of had to. Yeah, kind of had to. It would be a bit of a bad look, wouldn't it? Just going and flying for the joy of it. How you doing, NX Modding? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome along. Loved it when you went, Chinook. Bet you did. You'd be in your element. I'm intrigued now because it's, what, 89 years of the New Zealand Air Force today. So I'm intrigued whether they'll do a 90th celebratory air show next year or whether the 100 will be a big one. It'll be a bit fun. No, we don't have Chinooks in New Zealand. No. Only Chinook from New Zealand. Get that chauffeur head off and do some farming. Exactly, Ben, exactly. New PC's fantastic. Like, what am I sitting at? A few times I've been on this server, I might have been lucky to tap out at maybe 20, but I was sitting in here before and cruising along at 70 or something. So yeah, it's real good. And it's quiet. There's no, the fan's not popping up and doing crazy stuff or anything like that. So it's quite enjoyable. New Zealand only needs one, Chinook. Really the better way to say it, Chinook. Playing DayZ. Awesome. So if you're just tuning in for one of the first times, we've been spending the last, I'll bring this up, we've spent the last, I don't know, 4 months building this combine, and it is huge. It is it's a pretty big beast, full scale. And this is what we finished last week, which was the header. So here's the header. As you can see, pretty big. So you can figure out how big the combine is. All we've got left to do is the rest of the header trailer here, and then we're going to be finished. So like I said before, I've hopefully got my phone. Yes, I got that phone sitting there. It is all set up ready to go as a second camera. Once we've got it all built, we're going to shoot around onto the floor in the living room and have a little bit of a play around with it and see how it all works, because it should go pretty good. I'm quite excited. We'll have to wait and see. Right, I'm 80% full, so turning around in just a second. Brain cart's pulling up behind us. Good timing. Man, this is a big field. You haven't seen it. At the size of it. Here we are. Oh, so there's a lot of corn in here. A lot of corn. There's a 2-hour window. You put a boat in the range to stall it for me. Thanks, you, Mrs. Prof. Imagine that. Range conditions violated by boat to help Kiwi watch live stream. I can read it all already. Right, so literally the header trailer left to do. Let me try and figure out where I'm up to. I think that's what I did last time, which is those 2 bits. So let's carry on. 3s and some 4s. It's been a pretty cool week this week, I must admit. I've been blown away with the response to Terrafarm and the content I've been doing on that. Obviously seasonal wool, which I put the video out for, so it did fail testing. It came back to me yesterday on just some minor things. It was literally, the mod description was wrong, which is fine, they only ask that if there's other things. I had a lowercase letter in a title, which is what Translate told me for French, but because it was a title it had to be all caps. There was 3 lines in the mod description which had too many spaces in it, and so those were all easy fixes. Nothing wrong with the coding and scripting or anything. And then they wanted me, well, they suggested changing my screenshots to increase the UI scaling so it was easier to read what was on the screen. So literally been through, done that, and it is back with Giants already. So as pedantic as it may sound, I don't mind too much. Alright. Yep, so the batteries are all powered up. The combine was driving under its own steam earlier. I know everything is going to work. It was working the same as when I left it and turned it off last, so. That was a good step. Step in the right direction. Oops. Anything on Willow Creek yet, Keelan? No, I haven't heard from Hawks, but I'm pretty sure he works, I'm not sure exactly where he works, but he's out. When he works, he's on the road for a while, or works away from home, so often he'll go to work for a week and just focus on that, and then he'll come back after a wee while and carry on with whatever it was he was doing. So I can tell you what, be patient, it is worth it. And I've spent a bit of time getting a new series set up, ready to go. I've been creating some auto drive courses, which I haven't done for ages, and I've actually really enjoyed, and it's probably taken me more time than it should have, but really enjoyed going through that. I probably should have recorded some of it and talked about it, but yeah, it's just been fun doing that. So unfortunately no, but won't be far away. Alright, I'm going to go all the way around here until I'm 40-ish% full, and then I can turn around and come back and know that I'll get 2 headland passes off without getting full. Or at least that's the plan, so we'll see how it works out. Not sure what I'm building here. Looks like I'm building the same thing again. And there we go, there's 40%. Right, 46. It's probably a good spot to turn around. There's a bit of space here in the trees. It's when it's successful and works so well, Garrick, and it's kind of like, wow, that was cool. That worked exactly how I intended it to, and it is rewarding. Probably gives you a little clue that I'm not going and just doing some small farming on Willow River either, though. We're going to go big or go home. So we'll see how that'll shapes up. No outlandish goals set, no. Don't know what I'm going to do for it yet. The multiplayer server is going to be different. Again, The multiplayer server is probably going to be a contractor focused one to start with some targets, and you're not allowed to stretch beyond something until the target's been achieved. Go big and then go home. Alright, I'm gonna need a grain cart over down this end of the field. Like, that's alright. Down the hill. Right, we'll have to unload stationary this time. How's Puppy? Last time you were here not long ago. Is that right? So we've had her just over a year. Tam, so there you go. Just to show how long it has been. She's good. Yeah, she's good. There we go. Oh look, we've got a third combine running over there. Oh no, it's a green cart, just that's all. Make ourselves. Yeah. We're always excusing the French for something though, aren't we? It's an ongoing thing, having to excuse the French. Alright, 3 away. That is wild. It is crazy that it's been that long. Alright, there we go. Let's get moving again. Oh goodness. Goodness, I can imagine Garrick. Holy moly. All 12 terabyte drives. Are you planning something we should know about? Like your own space launch? You got your own rocket you're building and getting ready to send off somewhere? That's a lot of storage. A lot of storage. Maybe a gyroscope. Maybe. Alright, some special class branded pieces. I don't think it matters which way around I do those, does it? It does. No, it doesn't. Ah, that comes from both sides. I did not realise that. Look at that. I can do them around the right way. Yeah, that is that's a lot of storage space you're gonna have there, Carrick. A lot of storage. I'm starting to get fascinated in how this is all gonna be for. Yeah, I suppose if you stop paying for cloud subs, and that's my problem, I've got literally a dozen 1 or 2 terabyte drives just flopping around. And granted, most of them are just backups of farm sim content, which I've never once actually gone back to. And I'm not quite sure the purpose of keeping it, but I have. Maybe. Maybe one day. It was actually quite liberating going through and clearing out my PC. Alright, and that's why it was so long, because I didn't even think about the fact of how big this trailer actually is, how big this header is, but look at how long that trailer's just got. Suddenly, oh, what have I done wrong here? Okay. Suss this out. It's got a piece on the bottom it shouldn't have. That's meant to be in there. How did that happen? Ah, I've done it in the wrong way. Have I done it in the wrong way? I know what happened. It's okay. I think we're good. Just marking up everything. That looks okay. Okay. Dodged any problems. Early morning interview tomorrow. Nice, mate. All the best for that. Hope that goes well for you. Be fingers crossed. Be thinking of you in the morning. Whereabouts is this one? All right. Oh, we got lots of lights to build. That goes on its own. AdSec. Oh, nice one, mate. That's cool. All the best for that. I hope it goes well. I know that's been one of your something you're looking forward to trying to get back into. Something with a scary bang or something. That's alright. We're actually going over to the Wairarapa farm again this weekend, so I'll have to take another look at the shed and go and see if there's anything else I want to change for how it's how I've documented it, the one we've been building. See how close I am to doing it well. Be cool and confident. See, that's going to be the problem. We all know Chinook's not cool. Ben. Another thing about the ATS server asking if you've ever looked at mods, feel free to reach out on Discord and help where I can. So one thing I haven't actually talked about is the challenge we'd set on this map, which was 1,500 acres and no debt, has actually been eclipsed. So we're at the point where there is no debt and I own 1,500 acres, but in the interim between deciding on a new map to replace this, we've stretched the goal and now gone to 2,000 acres and $5 million cash with no debt. So a little bit of a stretch goal. Okay, done that one. Do the same on the other side. No, we're still going on this side. What are you doing, Carter? Right. Same as what we did on the other side, is it? Similar. Pretty much the same. This might actually be the for mounting the. That'll be for mounting the supports. I know what those are going to be for. Holding up the edge of the header. Alright, same again on the other side, I'm guessing. Similar, not quite the same. We'll go to this side. No, it doesn't go that way, it must go in. Be able to do that, it has to go in from this side. It was not very clear. There we go. There we go. So I grabbed that other piece out, didn't I? Did. Here we go. Oh, are we gonna make it to the end? Are we gonna make it to the end? Oh, that's tight. Stop there for a second, Mike. Just have to drop a bit of corn and back we go. Just that spout down. Right. Almost need to open the field up or we're not going to make it through. Okay. So we've done all that bit. Man, all these fiddly little bits to finish off with. Good fun. Hey Bender, how you doing? See, mate. Three, two, one, and that one, yeah. Some up there. There's each of these. Alright. Jockey wheel. I'm just thinking, good thing I didn't carry on doing this last week like I said I would. That I contemplated. I contemplated carrying on to build this last week. But, oh, there can't be that much left to do to finish this trailer. Wow, how wrong would I have been? That's true, it would have been done. Right. So, oh, there we go, we can push that down. So, don't wind it, but it will slide up and down to extend that. Alright. Front support and a rail and then a back support, and that might just about be us done. And bedtime clip. Alright, I reckon I might try and... I'm getting onto some shorter runs. Is it just getting longer? Look. It's kind of getting longer, but we had 10% in last time, so I'm going to take a bit of a punt and maybe cut a row in, just so we can always try and be on the outside when we're harvesting. Right, hey Bovon, how are you, mate? Looked like you had one rather chuffed young man in your household this week. Both sent me some photos of his boy Floyd up in John Deere forage harvester. He's been doing some corn silage near their place. Looked well pleased with himself. Actually, not so much missed out, but they did the maize behind our house today, and unfortunately wasn't able to go and see it. Once again. Which contractors just work on weekends or around my schedule? Don't know if my old man would be too happy with that. Cut it once and skip rows like a land, and after that first cut in the pipe will always be free. Freedom! So that's kind of my plan. I'll just do a turn on myself. Yeah. I'll meet you down the other end. I'll be... 50% we should make it through. Alright, which one does this go into? This one goes into... this one here, I say. Check out the current multiplayer server on Discord. It's been set up a bit different this time with one farm having productions which buys all our crops. It's good but different. Oh, the on Schweiging Bahnhof bin. That's what you're talking about, isn't it? Worked out pretty well so far, hasn't it? We're just gonna have to find a map and the server to do the next one on. Well, I think a 4x6 is actually going to be pretty successful at that. Schwashing a bun off, you've got to schwash. You sound like you're swearing. There's two of those ones. Oh, have I gone too far over? No, I'm not gonna make it through either. Oh, this is a disaster. The yield's got better up this end, Mike. You might have to go back down the other end and drive in. Alright, I'm not going anywhere. Alright, park that there for a second. Let's go. Was not at all deliberate. Been lurking, keeping up with the state of affairs. Alright. And it's so nice to not have heaps and heaps of containers to look in for pieces. Don't know how satisfying this is, getting this close to being finished. Alright. Done there. Yeah. Alright, there we go, we're empty. Move again. The hard drive. Honestly, Tam, if I'd be completely honest with you, you haven't missed much from a farm sim point of view in the first year. But right about now, I think FS25 is starting to, dare I say it, come alive. I think there's a lot of cool stuff being done, which I think is just really bringing it to the fore and making it the game it probably should have been at release. Right, wheels on the trailer. Let's turn around first. Oh no, I had an overshot. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. There's a good chunk of bales there. A good chunk of straw. Yeah, better hope it's worth it. Right, there we go, there's our trailer. Rolling, 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 rolling. Alright, another container gone. Gonna wait for Oxy's new map and give it another bash. Yeah, Saxlingam's good. Even that map some Kiwi guy's meant to be building. Right, dude. If he ever gets around to finishing it. In saying that, I was building fences before the stream. I had 20 minutes, I built some fences, which is kind of the big task I've got to get done at the moment. Certainly would be. Yeah, 100%. Couldn't not have a Kiwi map and not do a multiplayer on it. Here. This is it. This is it, everyone. This is it. The last few pieces. It's the very next page. It's done. Like a kid in a candy shop right now. I'll tell you that. Can't pick these pieces up fast enough. Oh. Yeah, I might have dropped one. It's transparent and orange. Here it is. Oh dear. That piece come off it. Where did that go? There it is. 3, 2, 1. It's done. Finally. Holy moly. This thing is massive. Look at all these. And this is the difference between Lego and these guys, is look at how inaccurate they were when you're measuring and weighing and everything of all those bits and pieces. Crazy, eh? Alright. Hey Fiona, how you doing? Good to see you. Just in time. Just in time, we're about to put everything together. Alright, let's see if we can make some space here. Move some bits and pieces. I haven't got a spare rim. I thought maybe there was a spare tyre on the header trailer, but there's not even. It literally is just a spare rim. Okay, well, I don't need to be looking at any of that anymore. I can finally put all, how many pages of instructions did we just get to? 372 pages of instructions. Done. Put those aside. Let's see if I can make some room for this behemoth. I might stop the combine, but right, let's actually see how we do this. Yeah, I'll put my keyboard next to it so you can see. Hang on. There you go. Size comparison. It's even longer than my keyboard. Yeah, longer than the keyboard. And my keyboard's wide because it's got the numpad on it. It's not a micro keyboard at all. Even makes the quad track look tiny. I don't know if that's going to pull it. Anyhow, I've just noticed one mistake, which is I've put the hitch up the wrong way on that, so we're going to have to fix that up before we do any more. See, it wasn't always going to be rainbows and lollipops at the end. Ben just slid a wage into your bank account. Come on, don't give in to peer pressure, Tam. I know. Alright, let's go back here. Alright, let's how am I gonna do this? Let's try it this way. I really did not think this was going to be as big. Right, so here's our header. Let's sit in there like so. There we go. There's the header on the header trailer. Excellent. And here's the combine. And that goes in and we'll hook up. I'm gonna have to do it in pieces. We're gonna have to get to the end of this row. We're gonna pause the stream. Well, pause the combining. We're gonna go over play. I'm gonna go drive this. There we go, it's clicked on. It feels like it should be out here in the field. Alright, let's have a look. Right, let's see if I can make this work. First things first, we'll stop what we're doing. I mean, turn that off, jump out of it briefly. Get out of the way. Right, next job. So, this is all working as it should. Hopefully. Oh, it's there. Then it disappeared to come back. There we go. Alright. So there it is. Behemoth. Detail on the cab. You're probably getting my voice on mute. That one there should stop picking that up. There we go. I don't know. Possibly. Alright. So. Now I'm going to do this. It's just. Alright, do that. How's the audio on that? Because that's now going through my phone rather than through the microphone. Can you still hear me okay? I'm going to struggle to read chat too because I'm kind of floating around. Okay. Tell you what we'll do. Alright, sorry. Bear with me. I'm just trying to get my tablet working so I can have chat. And I'm going to restart that. Because then I can bring YouTube up on that and have it over there and chatting about it. But yes, one solitary complaint. Hang on, we'll spin it around. And then you can have a view of something else. There you go, beautiful AF11. Right, let's just give this a quick reboot. I didn't plan this part far ahead. And the leader's AG, indeed. Hey Welsh, how you done? Right, let's see if this is going to unlock now. There we go. Well, it didn't want to unlock, it was like it was stuck on the lock screen and I'd unlock it and it'd keep on locking. Tablet I bought to use some dashboard and then I never use some dashboard. Right. For YouTube to start, and we'll be able to go. Hey Summer, how you doing? Yes, just in time for the reveal. Right. Me. There's a truck outside. Alright, here we go. 31 people watching. Help answer. I don't want to answer. No, go away. Go away. Alright, there we go. I can see chat. Summer, good time. This is Prof. Yes, good timing for sure. Alright. Alright, now we just need to... Yeah. Back to phone cam. Right. Is audio good? Mute that microphone so you don't get it twice. Right, there we go. Alright, let's go around. So, here is the beast itself. So, I'll see what I can show. Well, this clips down into here, so we'll get that hooked up. Like so. And then we can go through and pop the lid up. So we've got our batteries in there. If I just hold down those, they should go red. And that will flash red. And on the controller, press that one, and it'll go green, and one of those will stop flashing red. And then we've got the bottom controller down here. And now they've both stopped flashing red. So, all right, let's see if I can do this. Sit down. I never thought I'd do a screen. I'm sitting on my floor in my kitchen, in my living room. So, we're going to plan. Oh, it's changed order. You've got to turn it on in a certain order, and I can't remember which way around it is. Which one's which? This is frustrating. It was working this afternoon, so now they've both lost connection. So let's try this again. Turn that one on. Turn that control on. All right. No, wrong one. So the way these batteries work, they seem to be on the same frequency, and if you do it the wrong order, they don't want to work properly. There we go. Now we're cooking. So I need to put a 1 and a 2 on, and I think I actually have a 1 and a 2 sticker for this. All right. Oh, let's try this take two. Ben, £4.99 super chat. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. It's very generous of you. So we've got, if I drew this properly, so we've got, there it is, driving. Then we've got this one here is our steering. So just put that jockey wheel up a touch. Let's have a look here. There it goes. It's not fast, but it's functioning. All right. So if I want to keep turning, no, that way. Before it runs me over. Okay, so that's how it all works. So let's go and see about getting the header hooked up. All right, so jockey wheel down. Pop that off underneath there. There we go. All right, let's try this. One-handed driving is not how it's designed to be used. It's pretty cool, right? Let's see how well I can do trying to line it up, pick up the header. I don't actually know if it'll even pick it up off the trailer. I tell you what, I'm surprised Stella hasn't been out actually. I'm going, what on earth is that noise? I've done that pretty well actually. Look at that. So the tire's going to be in the way. And then which one is it? Oh, it's not that one. I've got that one. Here we go. Yeah, it's not quite going to fit. That's right. We'll put it on manually. Oop. It's hooked up. Is that hooked onto the wheel? Raise that back up. All right. So then we can put the header. We'll lift that up off there. And that will hook in over top of there, like that. And then we come around this side. We've got the PTO, which we can put on. And that goes in there. This will be a whole lot easier with two hands, by the way. I feel, do you know who I feel like right now? The millennial farmer, when he always complains about only having one hand to do something. I can feel his pain now, and I'm just playing with Lego, not trying to put a implement on the back of a tractor or something. Come on. Here we go. Right. So now we've got that on. I'm raising the other header. But before we harvest, yeah, which one is it? No, that must be. Open your grain tank. All right, so now your grain tank's open. You can change our chopping board on the back. And then, once we've done that, I think we're ready to harvest. And we can turn on our header. down a bit. Oops. And then when we've got the turn that off so it's not as noisy, and then when we've got to this point, we put our auger out because we need to unload because we're full of grain. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a class combine made completely out of building blocks. Lego, not Lego, whatever you want to call it. And the header trailer, I'm trying to think of something I can show you for reference for size, but it's huge. Put that behind it. Hang on, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 3 and a bit meters long, feet long, meters. My feet aren't that big. All right, I brought Chad over here and I haven't even talked to you guys. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool, right. Muted. Yeah, how cool is that? I'm so happy with how that's all turned out and everything. The only thing that's not working is there's a shaker part on the side which was meant to run when you're when you've got your header running, and that didn't seem to want to work for me, but I don't know whether I did something wrong or what it was, but yeah, it just works perfectly. Super excited about that. Now it will sit in a box gathering dust somewhere. I'll have to get the tractor out now, get the International Case IH out and have a run on that. So there we go. That was a lot of work, Summer. If we still got an hour of working, I can go get another Lego set and we can start building something different tonight. Oops, sorry. It is a good feel for it. Hello, Share. Yeah, it's all done. It is all done. Finally. Finally. Yeah, pretty cool. So FSG went and bought himself one the other day. He's probably, I don't actually know, I have to ask him if he actually started building. He was talking about doing some of it over the weekend, starting it on the weekend. I was giving him a few hints and tips about what to keep an eye out for. Yep, finally all are done. That's awesome. The Lego aficionado in your household is very impressed, and tell her it's not even Lego, Bo. She can be like me and be like, oh, I feel unclean using it. But oh, good, Summer. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Webs, how you doing? Love the work and all. Not seen live, I've watched most of the reruns. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. There's no river in the house. Yeah, I would have found it if there was one. Excellent. Honestly, if you could see the grin on my face when I was playing around with it, it was probably the one thing the camera was missing, but I just want to go and drive it more. Now I really want to find a trailer or something that I can build. Here you go, here's someone's challenge. Find me a Lego agriculture grain cart maybe? Let's have a look. Needs to be a big size. So there's one for the smaller tractor, but I want one. Ah, here we go. scale them up. Well, there's a... I did see that one thing, yeah. I wonder how big that'll be. Yeah, they're always changing. It's always changing. Actually, there's heaps. There's heaps of options now that I'm looking. Kinsey grain carts is a Elmer Hallmaster grain cart. Alright, well, next challenge. Next challenge. Find a suitable grain cart. Alright. Well, now we can just sit back and relax and spend the afternoon harvesting. Gonna get into the dark, are we? Some lights on. You could hear the inner child in my voice. When the next update for Gage will be? Nah, I don't know, Tyler. I was looking the other day and he'd been talking about an update because they haven't done one since it was released, have they? Version 1 GA, but I kind of need to jump back in. Pretty sure I'm in his Discord. March 2026 was a potential version 1.1 window, but yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Hopefully sometime soon. Alright. Actually, now that I can concentrate a little bit more, I could run a grain cart for a change if you wanted to drive a combine, Mike. I don't mind either way. Hardly, I just turn up here to help out. Thank you again to Ben for that super chat. I did see that pop up. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Also stoked that my phone worked as a camera. Then I've tried using that Video Ninja before as like a wireless cam, and it felt a little bit jerky last time. But I wonder if it was because I was on a worse Wi-Fi connection, or maybe my phone wasn't connected to Wi-Fi. Not too sure what that was. But yeah, it was pretty good. Richard, maybe it's the Starlink. Starlink actually doing its thing. You've been really enjoying playing on it. Yeah, it's a nice map, Tyler. It certainly is. No, I haven't, Fiona. I haven't been in touch with Hox actually. I know when I last spoke with him, he'd just been doing a few things outside Farm Sim, obviously, and I was saying earlier, I have an inkling he works. I'm not sure if he's in the mines or what he does exactly, but he's often on the road or away from home, which means he can't work on the map. So I'm guessing, and he did say he was heading back to work, so who knows, maybe it might be a little Easter present. It'd be great if it was. But yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it might come through. Do I have Easter plans? Both the boys have a football tournament this week, so my oldest has one on Friday and my youngest, whose team I coach, is on Saturday, so we'll be at that for both days, or I'll be at that for both days, and then we're going to spend until Monday over at my wife's family dairy farm over there in Waiarapa, where the shed that I've been modelling's from. And then the following weekend is my oldest boy's, well, close to my oldest boy's birthday. It's a week after, but we're going to head up to the lake for a few days with a couple of his mates. So yeah, it should be good. You screwed down your Starlink bow. Good to hear. Good to hear. We were not flying away. Yeah, so Starlink's good. I can't compare it to fiber because I didn't have fiber to compare it to. But so far I can hardly tell the difference. I get the odd drop frame. So most streams I'll have about 2% dropped frames, but when I'm running at 60 frames per second, like it's dropped 6,000 frames, but I don't think you'd ever know. Sorry, I need to go and show you FSG. Look at this. Hang on, we're gonna go back. We're going back, Ed. Sorry. I know you guys have all seen this. Go have another play. Stop the combine. This is cool, it's worth it. Oh, coming back. Demo 2. I mean, I could tell him just to go back in the stream, but let's have a look. It's not going to connect now. Come on. The right code. I've done a live demo and it worked just fine. Now my camera's not working. What are the chances that it works so well and then the second you turn up and I want to try and do it, it doesn't? Give it one more quick shot. And if it doesn't work, you have to scroll back in the stream.
There we go. All right, here you go, mate. This is cool. It's finished. It is done.
Right, there you go. How cool is that? That is awesome. Like, literally. I just wanted to go play with it again. You were a convenient excuse for me to go have another fiddle. Right. Alright, there we go. Alright, so yeah, it's worked out really cool. It is so good. You'll love it. Did you start building yours? Never completed it. Lucky the dog sound asleep. I'm actually surprised she doesn't come screaming out going, what on earth is that noise? Can't close your mic with the pipe out. Easter weekend plan, nice one. Run it at double speed. I mean, I think I should make the header wider. Probably needs a couple of extra feet either side on it. You know what would be cool actually would be doing some modded canola chopping knives or something too. Just to add to the authenticity. Yeah. No, you'll love it, mate. It was very cool. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of clearance issue with that. I might see if I can modify that header trailer to lower the wheel down a little bit, or let it become a little bit more user-friendly for connecting and disconnecting on the fly. That's right, everyone's getting that lag. I didn't turn on my cruise control. So yeah, that's it's done, and we have to move on to a new set next week. The little Lego tractor. That'll be a quick one. Cheers, Ben. You enjoy the rest of yours too, mate. Short week this week, remember, so hump day's not quite as bad. As long as you don't drive into the sink. Exactly. Steer clear of water. Yeah, no, it was very cool. Very happy with how it's all worked out. I'll tell you what, that moon rising there looked exactly like the moon rising in Palmerston North in New Zealand this evening. You know, it rises, the moon rises sort of as the sun's setting. They went on the same side. The sun was setting over there and the moon was rising over that way for us, but that was very cool. In fact, that's a good point. I suppose we do get the sun and moon kind of in sync a little bit, don't we? Keep forgetting about Friday. How can you forget about Friday? I'd love to say it feels like a short week for me, but 2 days of football on it's probably not going to feel like a short weekend. Enjoying a nice redbreast 10-year-old whiskey this evening, Irish one. Time for bed so you can get up for Artemis pre-launch coverage. Congrats on the build, it's so cool. Thank you, Mrs. Prof. Yeah, it is very cool. Let's find somewhere to put it. Much to Mrs. Arxie's disgust. But yeah, it's has it worked out perfectly, I must admit. And yeah, I'll talk to you, no doubt, hear from you tomorrow. Feel free to drop me a message. I can't guarantee I'll be able to reply depending where I am, but hopefully we see flamey end down, pointy end up, and they light the candle. It was a great set and rise here in Hamilton, 2-day week, so already in Easter mode. Nice. Yeah, it was a beautiful evening here this evening. Definitely getting colder once the sun disappears though. A bit of a yesterday was a bit of a biting southerly, or southeasterly. Today wasn't too bad. I was out this afternoon for soccer training, football training. Not too bad. Speaking of football, how about that Italian team, eh? Oof. Ouch. Perfect. Thanks, Mrs. Prof. It's at this rate, New Zealand's going to have been to more World Cups than Italy if they carry on this trend. Granted, Italy's won a few more than New Zealand. Took 5 days off work starting last Friday to this Thursday, which runs into Easter. Could get used to this. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's a little bit questionable, isn't it? Alright, around we go. Another line. If think Mrs. Argsy gets Tuesday off work next week. Anyhow, there's a few businesses which have Monday and Tuesday as holidays around Easter. And then we're taking Thursday and Friday to head away, so it's only really at work Wednesday next week. And the kids are on school holidays as of tomorrow afternoon. So they have 2 weeks off. Well, Lego Argsy end up in the driver's seat. Do you know Lego Argsy would get lost in the driver's seat? Look at the size of Lego Argsy. Lego Argsy wouldn't even touch the steering wheel. Like, Lego Argsy, he's a piece of corn. He's a grain of wheat going into the back of that hopper. We could throw Lego FSG in there though. You could. And we've got Cowboy Argsy. Now, he'd probably be a little bit more keen to take it on, or is that Indiana Jones Argsy? Got too many of these floating around. Legs Argsy may need a booster seat. I was actually looking at the bobblehead. This would probably be a pretty good scale to go and fit in the combine, but I'm not too keen to change its pose. So bobblehead Argsy's just going to have to stay here bobbling on my desk. I have to figure out something. A 3D printed Argsy. This is where the Argsy minifigures, action figures need to come in. Get ChatGPT to create an Argsy action figure. We actually talked about FSG. Can you remember we talked about that a couple of years ago? We joked about having a little figurines, didn't we? A little like pop, you know, like the little pop character things. There's businesses out there do customized ones of those. Don't let Floyd see bobblehead Argsy. Yeah, your landlord inspection on Sunday and you passed. Phew. Yeah, someone will make them now. Temu probably makes them now. Okay, I shouldn't have gone and looked at this. Custom photo to action figure portrait. Oh. My goodness, this is actually a bit scary. Personalized photo dolls. Oh. Okay, stop looking at that Argsy. Custom plushies. Lost me down an action figure rabbit hole. Oh, there's an untapped market. Oh. Oh, look, we got some bales. Someone's out in the baler. Right, take a bit of a headland off here while we're waiting for okay. So we have 40%, so we've got space for 60, so if we turn around at 60, that, hang on, 70. Coming soon to an Argsy merchandise store near you. Custom Argsy figurines. Alright, 60%. Probably turn around at the top of this hill, will we? What's the field looking like? Yeah. Don't want to get past 70. And we're going to run out of space to turn around. Second, aren't we? Off my leg on it. What's that, buddy? Oh, Mum's got them in her room. Is there not another box in there? Alright. What does everyone have planned for the long weekend themselves? Look what I'm up to. What was up to? Anything exciting? I'll take anyone's plans. You're off on holiday, aren't you, Exorcism? Whereabouts are you heading? Somewhere warm? Greece. Nice. Have you been to Greece before, or is this a first time? Okay. Oh, you're going to Crete? Nice. Nice. Hopefully some gaming and dog walks. Legend. Have you tried Project Motor Racing since the update? You said you had, haven't you? I need to go and have a go at. 8 games of you in around Garrick. How about those Warriors, mate? Hey? It's our year. Couple of days for gaming for you, Fiona, and I have to work the other 2 now. Oh, that's convenient. Driving to Rotorua. What are you getting Rotorua back for on a single day, Bo? Feeding sheep and chicken, calving cows. I'll choke by mid-season though. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if they could just perform and carry on performing? Like, too often they'll have these real solid patches where they just play super well. And they're just about unbeatable, but they can't do it for a full season. Sold a guitar doing the delivery mission. Man, it must be a good guitar if you're delivering it. Did they pay for you to deliver it as well? What's your team, Garrett? What are you busy to use for? They play well in New Zealand. Except for last week they didn't. Hey Izzy, how you doing? Your doggies, bulldogs. You don't have me. Well, no, that's a good statement. I should have expected that. Off to watch your local soccer team compete in the 4th round of the Australian Cup. Nice. How you doing, Izzy? Anyhow, good. I'm hoping I can take my laptop and my USB drive and maybe find some time to sit down and fiddle in Blender with some models for the map. Nice. That's cool when you hear stories like that. Garrick, watching the 1980 grand final, saying you're going to follow that team. Did they win the grand final in 1980? As an 8-year-old. So this was like, I always find that interesting because, like, no matter what sports, my boys have all gone in slightly different paths. Like, for whatever reason, my oldest has decided he's a Panthers fan, which is cool. Don't worry me. Like, we didn't have a local team to support back when I was a young fella, so I was a Manly supporter. And that was mainly because of the Kiwis who played for them back in the early 90s. And I've always been a Manchester United supporter in football, but as much as I didn't encourage them to support him as much as they knew that, so I followed. My oldest has gone for Chelsea, and my youngest has decided Manchester United as a thing. Quite cool. Makes it fun. It's a fun bit of rivalry. You can wind each other up, each other's stick when you play each other. Good. Kiwi coaching Manly now. Yeah, recently retired Kiwi. You didn't expect that, did he? Oh, Fiona, you asked before about whether I'd had a play with the cow, the goodness, English Argsy. I'll show you these. Got my monitor? No. Why is that not working now? Oh, there we go. There we go. This is the JFL's cattle trailers that he's been working on, the rye trains ones. So I did have a little bit of a play around with them on Willow River the other day. Quite nice. I found a little bit of deformed terrain, but yeah, they're very cool. They look fantastic. No, he hasn't. No, he sent them over. He's still working on them. He was. We were talking about how many animals it should have in them. And I actually did a look, like a truck and trailer unit like that, it carries something like 600 or 800 lambs or sheep. But kind of thought that was probably a bit excessive in farm sim terms, so I think he settled on 100 sheep, 30 cattle. Can't remember what the other ones were. But yeah, those Kenworths are nice too, you'd see. There's lots of configurations because you can have them in single level, double level. There's colours, change where the doors are. What else was there? Obviously, make it just about as long as you want to. I was actually looking at that today and understanding how long a road train. Did you know the longest road train ever in Australia was done as a world record attempt, or not attempt, they actually did it, was 132 trailers? Can't have been that many. No, it must be more than that. No, that must be right. 130 trailers, 1.5 kilometres long. B double will hold 680 lambs. Right, there you go. You're a Broncos supporter now. We're Brett Gould from the classic 90s team. How classic's that? Crazy, eh? 50 or 60 cows. No, so the cows he's probably got right if we did like if he had 30 in each trailer. But lambs, correct me if I'm wrong, lambs they have 4 floors. Do they use 4 floors when it's lambs, whereas for cattle would it only be 2 floors? Mike, we're gonna have to unload over here, buddy. Just a touch, just a tickle out of the top, we'll be fine. Land Cruiser or Hilux mod would go well on the Aussie maps. I found a couple. You'd see, and actually FSG sent me a link to a modder. There's an itch page which does add a few like Hilux things. 4 decks for sheep and 2 for cattle. I wonder what I thought it was. Impressive machines, whichever way you look at it. Right. Now I managed to miss this on the other pass, but here we go. There's a couple of bits of corn there we need to get rid of. Otherwise we're getting a beautiful evening harvest. I can send you the link. I can't remember where the one I found was. I'm not sure exactly. Let's have a read. What's it? Gear wrench modding. This is on itch, but he had a. Oh, it's more a Tundra, not really a Hilux. Lots of Fords and Rams and things. I just saw Toyota when I was looking at some more US stuff, isn't it? Old Ranger's cool though. The Hilux. Doyen of pickups. Hey Popeye, how you doing mate? Good to see you, welcome. Yeah, love to see it, Fiona. Popeye, what did you miss? We finished the combine. I'm not going to go and show you, but you can go back in the stream, and you can see it moving, working, and it's cool. It's really cool. I'm almost at the point, I reckon, where I could make a farm out of a farm sim farm out of just the things I have made out of Lego. What have we got? Got all sorts. 9R with a tipper trailer, couple of forage harvesters, low loader, plenty of tractors, combine, plough and a cultivator. I just don't have a seeder. That's really the one thing I'm really missing. My new playlist coming up, yeah. It's kind of like those games which came out like they did the Lego Dimensions where you had the little USB platform and you could put the little characters on it. To play that character you had to have it. Or to drive their car you had to have it. I could do the same. I need a combine, but I have to have it made out of Lego. Oh, you went back and had a look, Tam. Yeah, it's cool, eh? It's so good. Let's have a look. jump out of cab for a second because I might just take a little bit more of a headland off on this side because we need to open the field up again. Upgrading the footpath or driver using RC equipment. Yeah, it's cool. It is cool. Yeah, it is a lot better. Yeah, look at those monitors. Like, there's no crappy graphics. All the textures in that are smooth and beautiful. It's nice. It really is. And it's quiet. I hardly know it's there. And the GPU's sitting at 62 degrees. CPU's at 46. Liquid. Fans running slow. I've got them all set on performance as well, so. Alright, am I gonna... No, I was gonna say... Oh. No, I'm not gonna make it the whole way around, am I? I'm only still... Yeah. Let's turn around. Yeah, I've got no regrets, Garrick, after 5.5 years of the other one. I just need to get around to reformatting it and doing a fresh Windows install and cleaning it out and getting it set up to run some sim racing. Whatever happened to the harvesting? Ah, yeah, that never eventuated, Popeye. It's too far away, it's too hard to get to. Tried liquid cooling one of our Still something I'd love to do, Popeye, get a cab, but... Alright, let's get this unloaded. How we doing? I've made a big dent in the field. Done alright. What's $3 million worth of product, so soybeans. Oof. Corn, 1.2 million litres of corn. Soybeans though, goodness. Good money. Just missed that by bees, and it was pretty tight, wasn't it? I was looking at it going, am I gonna make that? No, I haven't upgraded monitors, Garrick. It was probably a bridge too far at this stage. Place you often pass in your tow pool that has hundreds of old vehicles in their paddock. I never thought much about it until the last couple of times I noticed there's a shell of a helicopter. Whereabouts is that? Where are you heading? Is that north of tow pool heading towards the State Highway 1? There is a tractor wreckers not far from us, and I've always thought about just getting in touch with them, but the case dealer in town's got a couple of old case cabs sitting on the ground. I've kind of thought about emailing them and asking if they wanted to part ways with it. I had hoped at the field days to get the chance to talk to someone and just slide in the conversation, but it didn't work. I'm also notoriously bad at doing something like that and having it sit in the shed for years and not actually do anything with it. So might not be the best thing to be trying to do at this stage either. Not far out from the last roundabout on the bypass heading north. Okay. Interesting. Go for a tiki tour. I'm going to be up there next weekend. Go and have a look. Sometimes the lights are just a bit too intense, aren't they? There wasn't a suggestion you should turn yours off, Mike. I just thought it was look kind of cool. Get the moon. Yeah, probably better. Does it look so good with jewels? Shame that clamp on ones. How are we going to do? Are we going to get to the end? We're 85% full. Ooh. Let's have a look. Five. Oh, I need to stop. I think we're not going to make it through. Make ourselves a little bit of space. Few k's north of Topol near Tram Road. I'm sure it's the same one, Bo. It's a good result. All right. Well, it's good. Made good progress through this. Made a good chunk of the field done. Oops, I'm not on my GPS though. Yeah. Got to turn it back on after all that. Until the effort of squaring myself up and getting lined up on it, and I've got to press the button. Well, I have been drinking, so it'll be me. Not a bad drop. Nice Irish whiskey. I mean, having Jules makes a difference. Yeah, it's definitely does. They definitely did do some of those things well, didn't they? I agree. You just go ahead and run over that row for me, Mike. That'd be great. What row? What row? We will have some very fat deer. That's true. Yeah, we'll get you topped up. Exactly, never happened. Don't know what you're talking about. And nobody saw me do it, can't prove anything. Yeah, you got not well driving it every day for a year. Try this for a shot, did I? I might have got more of a reflection off the side. Not a bad reflection though, is it, looking on the side there? You can see the corn. I don't think I've ever had a computer that would be able to render that. It's very cool. Alright. Cheers, Bo. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a nice long weekend. And travel safe when you live at Rotorua. Can confirm you just looked at Google Maps. Here we go, sorted. What is that little symbol that I've noticed that popped up in front of a couple of things. Oops. Ah, funny. I've got a hover over yours that says something like it's got a weak symbol and says theirs on FSG's message, but if I hover over it, it says see your bow. Is it? Oh, it's automatically translated it. It's figured out that see your bow was something and it's got the symbols in automatic translation. Funny. It makes sense because it did it earlier on one of Chinook's messages and I wasn't sure what it was. And it also makes sense because I was like, why is FSG saying theirs and what context did that have it? But now I understand. Alright, we're full. I'll tell you what, being full right then, it is 11 PM, might be a good time to wrap things up. Had a good chunk out of this field though. Good effort on it. I'll jump out of there and then someone else can hop in and take over. A bit hard to see in the night sky, but all the way through the middle they're done. The truck's sitting down here patiently running on their auto drive course. They're doing the thing. Guys over, Axelson and Scott busy over here. We got the red team working. Nothing at all. Won't be able to paste it in all Popeye. So there we go. I'm going to wrap things up there. I think that's going to be a perfect place to finish things off. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. I do appreciate it. It has been fun. It's been a rewarding stream, finally managing to get that combine finished after what has been. Put it into Discord if you want to. What has been a pretty mammoth effort. What did we figure out? It was November sometime that I first streamed. I think we figured out last week. So well, let's say end of November, so all of December, January, February, March. So 4.5 months? 4.5 months to get it all built. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool effort. So stoked to get that done. Thank you guys, appreciate you all for being here. Axelson, Scott, Mike, thank you for being on the server. Scott, thank you for everything you've done. You've certainly been the leader of the server and can take a lot of credit for being where we're at. I'll just have a look how much how many fields there are owned. Not much of the map. Not much of the map left to actually own, is there? Wowzers. And this is a 4x map, remember that too. Not just a standard size map, so huge effort, huge effort. Thank you, Garrick, appreciate that, mate. Anyhow, thank you everyone, have a great Easter. I won't be around on the weekend, so there won't be a stream, and unfortunately, after putting out what felt like a lot of content and things going on in the last 10 days, I haven't really got much lined up ahead of us, so it will be quite a quiet week or two, but I'm going to take the time to have a little bit of time away from the PC, chill out, spend some time with the family, relax, put my feet up, and not do too much, and we'll be back properly probably around the 15th of April, but I'll be in and out. There will be some things happening, and we'll see where we end up with that. Hopefully we'll see Willow River, we'll get that set up on a server, get that up and running too, and yeah, just keep an eye out what else is happening. So thank you everyone, appreciate you all being here. Big shout out to Ben as well for the super chat. That was very generous of you, mate. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Have a good rest of your week, enjoy your Easter, stay safe, have fun, don't have too many Easter eggs. Watch out for the Easter Bunny. And that'll just about do it. Right. See you all soon. Bye.